Thank you for joining me today. We're stepping into the final chapter of this 3-part series, and I'm really grateful you're here. To everyone who's newly subscribed, thank you. Your support means a lot, and I'm glad you're on this journey with me. Let's finish this together. It starts in places no one should be seen. A bathroom. A moment meant to be private. But the flashes don't stop. The hands don't lower. The door doesn't close fast enough. This is what happens when access becomes expectation. And expectation becomes entitlement. Fame doesn't knock anymore. It enters uninvited. It reaches to touch without permission. It demands total access because of a warped sense of entitlement. It captures moments never meant to be captured. And somewhere in the noise, the person disappears, replaced by the image everyone thinks they own. It enters uninvited. It reaches to touch without permission. It demands total access because of a warped sense of entitlement. But intrusion is only the beginning. Because once a moment is taken, it doesn't stay a moment. It becomes a screenshot, a rumor, a headline, a thread. Every flash becomes a story. Every gesture becomes a theory. Every silence becomes a scandal. The truth bends. The narrative twists. And the person inside the moment gets replaced by whatever version the world decides to believe. This is where intrusion becomes distortion. And this is the part no one wants to admit. Somewhere along the way, something sacred slipped through the cracks. The first wave of ARMY, the ones who grew with them, the ones their age or older, they understand how to love from afar. They know how to support without crossing the line. But fame doesn't stay still. It expands. It mutates. It pulls in people who don't understand the difference between admiration and possession. I see the frustration in the fans who've been here since the beginning. The ones asking, what is happening to this fandom? They're not angry. They're grieving. Because what do stalkers expect to accomplish? Do they believe in love at first sight? Do they imagine being chosen, noticed, claimed? Do they think a moment of eye contact becomes destiny? No one can truly understand what's happening here. Not from the outside. Jimin feels it in the way he carries everyone's emotions. JK feels it in the pressure to present his best self. V feels it in the anxiety of wondering if ARMY is still there. RM and Suga feel it in the responsibility of holding the center. Jean feels it in the quiet moments. J-Hope feels it even while performing like he was born for the stage. They came back from the pandemic. They came back from the military. And nothing broke the bond. Not time. Not distance. Not silence. But the illusion of perfection. The beauty, the myth, the fantasy. Created an erosion of something they can't get back. Privacy. And once privacy erodes, the world starts writing its own stories. Stories that twist. Stories that exaggerate. Stories that replace truth with noise. This is where distortion becomes documentation. This is where the headlines begin. Because in this new era, this return, this comeback 2.0, the language has changed somewhat. It's laced with hints toward boundaries. Not walls or distance. Just a little clarity. A reminder that these simple Koreans, as they call themselves, are just people. People who happen to stand in a spotlight heavy enough to feel like a crown. And they're willing to wear that crown. The LAMRON, the kerosene, the dopamine, the fantasy we desire, the fame we helped create. If we are willing to give them the space to take it off, when the need to be normal arises, then maybe they will be willing to keep giving us the parts of them that makes us stand in awe of who they are and what they have accomplished. Maybe they're teaching us a new language. A language that amplifies boundaries and respect. A language written in social media posts asking for quiet moments of privacy. A language that says, "We will perform for you. We will give you the fantasy. But let us keep the parts of ourselves that make us human." Look at what they turned into news. A joke becomes a scandal. A member shows touch affection, love and admiration, and the gesture becomes a theory. A haircut, a color change or a new style becomes a crisis. A bowl of ramen becomes a global debate. This isn't fame. This is distortion. This is the hard price of being seen. The truth stepped forward without headlines or rumors. In the behind-the-scenes moments from the making of the movie video, you see the person and the craft, the honesty, the humility, the way they create, laugh, argue, and settle back into themselves again. This is who they are, not the distortion, the myth, or the illusion, just 7 men who built something extraordinary and paid for it with pieces of their privacy. Fame didn't destroy anything, but it did shift how the world looks at them, and it changed how they choose to protect themselves. They're not guarded out of fear, they're simply clearer now about what they need.
It may not be right now, and sometimes it definitely is important to live competitively, but times like this can also be important. 박지민, In the Soup, BTS, 시즌 1, 에피소드 8, 2020.
This is the truth behind the noise. This is the cost of the myth. This is the reality behind the perfection. This is LAMRON. Let's show them we can give them normal, in how we treat them, in how we honor their personal space. They've shown us they're willing to wear the crown. Now it's our turn to show we're willing to let them take it off when they need to just be themselves. Thank you for joining me. This concludes the 3-part LAMRON commentary. I hope you enjoyed the journey. Please like and subscribe, and come with me for the next deep dive wherever it takes us in the Bangtan universe. And remember, V said it best, Bora he. I purple you. See you in the next video.